if you're in your 40s and if you're an equal to somebody in their 20s, there's something the matter with you.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I do agree with
you. Yeah, we can listen to the same songs and we can wear the same sneakers, but if your level of understanding isn't higher than that generation, then
something's wrong with you.
Then you've been stunted.
Mm-hmm. How's your relationship now with your daughter, with Coi?
I mean, honestly, I don't keep everything to a minimum when it comes about her. I just say, listen, I love her to death. She's about to have a baby. Oh. I'm about to be my any time now this week. And, it's all this is surreal, man. I ain't never, raising kids, internet, the stuff that happened with me and Coi. I don't even know really what to say, to be honest, because there ain't no book that you could read or there's nothing that I could see that could help me understand how this is happening, the way this is happening. Right. Mm-hmm. I just got to give that to God. Some things you got to give to God and let time take its toll. And
I tell you what you need to do. You need to give Trippie Red a DDT. Fuck him.
But one thing about him though, she chose him.
No, that's fact.
So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What can I?
But as a father, when you heard Coi is dating Trippie Red and you see, I'm a father too. I
don't want her dating nobody as a father. It didn't have to be Trippie Red. It could have been anybody. Like, I never want to meet nobody. I still don't. Unless you marrying my daughter.
Yeah.
You ain't good enough. I don't, my father went and met Trippie. I never went and met him.
Right. Your pops went and met him?
Yeah, he went out there to the house when they was first dating. And he went out there and, I asked him about him. He said, hey, he's cool, but he's like my father, but he's a kid. And he calls me Raymond. Raymond, he's a kid. He smokes a lot, man. Ooh, man, my father. Ooh, man. Man, boy, he smokes a lot, Ray, But other than that, he said he was cool. And look, listen, if you're in your 20s and you're filthy rich, right? Mm-hmm. What do you expect, man? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to rag on Trippie or disrespect Trippie because at 20 something, a multi-millionaire, I mean, what do you expect?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, as long as he keeps his hands to himself.
Now, I was in his comments saying Benzino gonna whoop your ass.
No.
I did.
Listen. As long as there's respect, because I don't follow whatever he says and I don't get into that what's on the internet. They have a baby coming and, as long as respect for Coi is there, I don't have anything to say, man. I wouldn't say anything bad about him because at the end of the day, she chose to have a baby by that man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So who am I to double back and disrespect him because they going through it? I just got to keep my ass out of it and just be there for her if she needs me. And I'm there and I'll be there like that.
Right. Charleston White said something. He was like, and I don't know, I wanted to ask you, is this just him talking or is this something that actually happened? He was like,
this is Charleston White.
It's Charleston White. So he was like, the reason Benzino's daughter is going through or the way she is or whatever is because he got 5 other children that he don't speak about. Is that just him talking or is that?
I mean, listen, if I'm a person that's sitting, if Charleston White's going something with his daughter, I would be a fool and an ass to put my opinions about him and his daughter. And I know nothing about this man and his daughter. Mm-hmm. So to have an opinion right there shows who he is. Like first of all, I don't have 5 kids. Second of all, I mean, how does he know who I'm talking to? How does anybody know who you're talking to? If you're looking at somebody on the internet, you just don't know what that person is doing. So, you know what I'm saying? Charleston White is a person just like Mitty that wants clicks and comments. You could tell, with Charleston White is like, he goes to the extreme. A lot of these people go to the extreme to get these clicks and comments and attention. You could tell he didn't get too much attention coming up. You could tell the guys that were secure in themselves coming up with women. I always go back to women because everything with us is based around women.
Thank you.
The guys that grew up and didn't get the attention they want, they giving people hell now.
Right.
On the internet. They're mad as hell. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? And don't let them get a little piece of money or a little piece of something. Oh boy. Oh man. Yeah, man. But I never had that problem. You know what I'm saying? I've always was a hustler, fly, always good with the ladies. You know what I'm saying? So, Charleston, you could just look at Charleston and just say, yeah, you had it bad coming up.
Right.
So Charleston is getting a little bit of love and attention. He just doesn't know how to handle it like a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't take him serious for what he says, the shit he does. You know, he drapes himself in a Confederate flag one day. The next day, he's talking about a dead person's mother. I don't pay people like that attention because in real life, people who do the stuff that Charleston does, they end up getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, Charleston, the one thing I can say about it, when he wants to make sense, he has a good mind.
Right.
I
do agree with that.
But it's all the other bullshit that he does to me.
He says it's content
that takes it away. And but if you just can't say it's content because, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's content, this the type of person you want to be seen as and content you want to be known as. Like, come on, man. Like, you're starting more problems in the culture than you are mending and healing it. The same young guys that you've been talking about since you came out, it seems like you want to be them. Because when he first came out, you talking shit about him. Next thing you know, you got all the change. You getting money, you getting gear, you getting drip. You wanted to always be a rapper, but it's like you never could.
That was crazy.
But hold on, but they say in Texas, Charleston was like one of them guys back then or something like that.
Who said that?
I hate to see why you cornering me. Why you cornering me?
Yeah, who said that?
Who said that?
I heard that, bro.
He had him here. Ain't nobody said that.
He just
ain't nobody.
No, I heard before this. Like he was one of those in Texas. He was
what?
All right, y'all got me.
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
I hate when y'all do that, bro.
One thing about whatever
you heard it somewhere, nigga.
One thing about it, whatever you are in that hood, that's what you was. Right. So if you really want to find out about something, it's there for you because we all had lives coming up. Not everybody has to be in the streets to be a good guy. Not everybody has to. Unfortunately, we live in a time now where if you're the tough guy, if you're the plug, these are the people everyone's looking up to. But the guy that was working all his life and putting away his 401k and doing great things for his family, no one's talking about that guy. You know what I'm saying? So again, when I see Charleston, when he first came out, his thing was going against these guys, killing each other. But then when I see you talking about people's mothers that are dead, well, that's what the guys are doing to each other. So you're doing the same thing. Now you're getting money and here you are with the jewelry. Here you are counting money on camera. I've never done that. Like there's things I've never done. I've had millions of dollars. You ain't never seen me do no dumbass shit like that. And even my son, I have an older son, Ray. He does that dumb shit and I be on him all the time. Yeah. Like I'm not, I love Ray to death, but I just never with the money phone and the money number one, you really indicting yourself because you know what I'm saying? The feds is watching all that. You know what I'm saying? And when they looking at all that money, they looking in your taxes. It's the first thing they doing. Yeah. Let's look at his taxes. How much money did he make? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and now they looking at the serial numbers now, like with the AI and, you can look at things like see where that money came from. So yeah, like I think,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me